Is it possible to land a freelance client even if you have zero experience? The answer is yes. And in this video, I will teach you 3 tips to help you get your very first freelance client as a total beginner. My name is Bruno, I'm the founder at Freelance Growth Academy, and I see this a lot. New freelancers who want to get their first client, but they feel like their lack of experience is just going to stop them from getting any clients. Well, there is some truth in that, okay? It is harder for a beginner freelancer to get clients, but it's not impossible. In fact, you need to realize that every single successful freelancer started with their very first client, myself included. So if they can do it, you can do it. And using these 3 tips, your life will be so much easier. So let's start with tip number 1. You need to be willing to start small. Now, I don't care how confident you are in your skills. Maybe you think you are very good, even with no experience, but clients won't trust you with big projects if you are a total beginner, okay? You need to start small. Get those first $50 projects, $30 projects, $100 projects, even if that's not enough money to even cover your expenses, but that's how you start. You start with small projects, and then as you build your reputation and your skill set and your case studies and portfolio, then you can start applying for bigger jobs. I see freelancers do this every time, especially in platforms like UPWORK. I see these newbies applying for large jobs, okay? Forget about it, you're not gonna get it. The bigger jobs go to the most experienced freelancers. So forget about those jobs, focus on the smaller ones, okay? Now, you won't have to work in small jobs for the rest of your life. It's just for a few weeks or a few months maximum, okay? Because after you apply for those jobs, get some of those jobs, deliver amazing work, okay? Go above and beyond and deliver high quality work, and your clients are happy, they will leave you great feedback and 5-star reviews. And that will build your reputation. And then when you apply to bigger and bigger jobs, your profile will be looking better and better with the more feedbacks you get. So you start small and then you climb the ladder. It just takes a few months, okay? It's not an eternity, just a few months of doing this gradually, bigger and bigger and bigger projects. And then in 6 months to a year, you will be landing those great projects that pay you very well, okay? Also, since we're talking about UPWORK and profiles, if you are a beginner, it's very important that you have a good looking profile, a profile that looks professional. And I have a course on Udemy called How to Build a 5-Star Profile on UPWORK. The link is in the description. I strongly recommend you check it out because it will teach you the step-by-step to building an amazing profile. Okay, let's go to tip number 2. You need to be honest. Okay? If you're a beginner, just getting started, have no experience, don't lie to clients. Don't tell clients that you have a lot of experience when you don't, okay? It's actually quite the opposite. If you're honest about it and show that you're willing to go the extra mile because you are a beginner, and you say something like, hey, I'm just starting out, but I'm a very hard-working individual. I'm trying to build my reputation here. I'm trying to build my way up as a freelancer. I'm trying to start my career with the right foot, and I believe I can do amazing work for you because even though I don't have a lot of experience, I have work ethic and I'll do my absolute best. If you can be upfront about it, clients will usually give you the benefit of the doubt, okay? I'm a client myself, so I'm a freelancer, but I'm also a client because I hire other freelancers to help with my business. And if I'm talking to a guy who is a beginner, but he shows me that he's hardworking and willing to do whatever it takes in order to deliver the work, I'm usually willing to give them the chance, okay? For small projects, not for large, complex projects, but for small projects, I'm willing to let them have a shot and show me what they can do, okay? So you will find many clients like that in freelancing platforms like Upwork, okay? Some clients just want the best freelancers, but many clients are actually willing to hire a beginner if you are willing to do your absolute best, okay? So be honest, be upfront about your lack of experience, but you make up for your lack of experience with work ethic, okay, and dedication. And tip number 3 is you need to beat the numbers game, okay? Freelancing is a numbers game in platforms like Upwork because there are millions of jobs, millions of freelancers, and every time you apply for a job, there are many other freelancers applying for the exact same job, and most times they're more experienced than you if you're just a beginner, okay? That's part of the game. So you need to understand that as a beginner, as someone who's never, you never had any clients on Upwork or other platforms, you will need to send many applications before you actually get hired. I'm talking about like 30 applications, okay? So if you just send 1 or 2 proposals, you won't get hired. If you send 10 proposals, maybe you will get hired. If you send 30 proposals, then there's a much higher chance that you will get hired, okay? So understand that Upwork is a numbers game, and as a beginner, the numbers are not in your favor. So you need to go against the odds and send as many applications as you can. In order to do that, you will need to buy connects, okay, the tokens that you need to spend when you send applications. I have a blog post explaining exactly how many applications you should send and how to send them. I'm gonna leave a link in the description, but basically just understand, as a beginner, you need to keep going. Don't give up, okay? If you send like 5 or 10 proposals and stop sending, you will not get hired, and then your freelance career will stop before it even starts. So be willing to send 30, 40, 50 proposals before you get your first small job. And I know that's not very pleasant to hear, but this is what it is, okay? In the beginning, the chances are stacked against you. So you need to keep going, keep sending proposals, and then eventually you will get a few small jobs, and then do the absolute best work you can, okay? 110%, go the extra mile, get those 5-star reviews and those amazing feedback from clients, because then when you have a profile with 5-star reviews and good feedback, then you can start applying to bigger jobs and you will get hired, okay? Because freelancers, they care a lot about your feedbacks and reviews and also your job success score. So if you do high quality work for small projects, it's easier for you to land the bigger projects later on, okay? If you're willing to do this for, I would say, 2 to 3 months, it's pretty much guaranteed you will get bigger projects in just a few months, okay? That's what happened with me. It took me like 15 days of sending dozens of proposals to get my very first client. And then after that, like 15, 20 proposals to get another client, 15, 20 proposals to get another one. And then in 4 months, I was a top-rated freelancer on Upwork. And once you become top-rated, clients start inviting you to apply for their job postings. And then life gets much easier. So it's just a few months of very, very hard work, and then it gets much easier, okay? So these are the 3 tips to help you. Start small, be honest, and beat the numbers game, and you will do great as a beginner. Now, I also want to invite you to visit freelancegrowthacademy.com because there are many free articles and resources to help you in your freelancing career. Okay, I've been freelancing for a very long time, and I'm at a successful point of my life now, but it took me many years to figure out how this whole freelancing thing work, and you don't have to go through the same hardship that I did, because you can learn from my mistakes and also the things that I now know. So visit freelancegrowthacademy.com and I see you there.